want to be clear and say that this is not a funny matter because
Ghetto Games Podcast.
Welcome to the Ghetto Games Podcast.
When you do the busted challenge with a snake around your neck, you're capable of anything, okay?
Yeah.
Girl.
And that's what Megan does.
Thorough.
She actually did drop she dropped a video on YouTube showing the behind the scenes of that day.
Okay.
When she had the snake, she looked really good.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked nice with the snake. I would have been scared.
Girl,
but,
she said she was scared for an hour and a half before she even put it around her neck.
I would have been the same way.
Well, last week, Nova propositioned Brei and I to have a sound bath and be spoke to by a shaman and take mushrooms.
If you were not on the live, I asked everybody how they felt about it.
And Brei and I said, we'll do the research. We'll look into it. We're not about to just throw ourselves out there. You know,
trying to kill
right.
us.
Karen Civil explained the sound bath to me as if you put on a white robe, you do candles, they do a little ceremony, you eat mushrooms, and you fall into a deep trance.
Absolutely. And that sounds very peaceful. It doesn't sound stressful at all. But I wanted to give Nova a taste of a similar experience that goes on in the United States and in South America. So it's called ayahuasca. Is that the way it's
ayahuasca? And this was a segment on the show Unwell on Netflix.
Yes. So essentially ayahuasca is a psychoactive beverage, and it's made from essentially leaves and herbs that are out there in South America. And they do ceremonies here in the United States. There's one in Florida, and they do them there. And travelers come from all over the country to go to Brazil to do these ceremonies. And very similar backstory. A lot of people say they are cured from disease and addiction and sadness and all these different things. And so ayahuasca is the way and change your life. And so all these beautiful things for about, I would say probably about 30 minutes into the episode. And then
the whole time I'm like, yes, oh God, I need to do this. How much does it cost? And I keep asking myself, how much does it cost?
Right.
How much does it cost? So yeah, they showed the greatness of it. Midway, they kind of turned the leaf. They're showing everybody's process of coming to this one ceremony, okay?
Yes. And there's one young lady who's tried it one time by herself, and now she wants to go join a group. So she's driving from like Colorado to Florida and goes down to have her experience.
But the reason why she went is because she had a daughter at like 16, okay? Went out through her whole life and met this man. When they get married, he adopts the daughter, and they're all one happy family. So she gets a call one day, and basically from his job saying, hey, he's out here with the gun, saying that he's going to kill himself and this, that, and the third. Like, he's went crazy. So she gets with them. Everything calms down. No charges are pressed.
He goes to a therapist or a psych. They give him medication, and then everything seems to get calmed down, she says. And then without seeing him, the psych doctor increases medication.
Yeah. He was basically saying the medicine wasn't working right. And so she increases the medicine.
Over the phone.
Over the phone, not even seeing him, not checking out anything about his mental capacity, gives him more medicine. Girl, he ends up killing the daughter and him. She gets a call while she's at work. And she's, of course, devastated. Her whole life is over.
Yeah.
So
she was like, I want to end it.
She wanted to end it. So somebody referred her to this, what's it called again? Ayahuasca ceremony. She goes, she, speaks with her daughter, gets the peace that she needs. And she's like, it's my turn to go back again. She needs to go back one more time. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's other people there at this ceremony. And I was all down for it until, for one, they start blessing the tea. And Bruh starts to spit out water or something out of his mouth into the tea.
He's drinking something, and then he's like spraying
with his mouth
over the tea with his mouth. Yeah.
It was a no for me, okay? So at that point it was a no, but I'm still going to watch because apparently
Bet you won't ask to do that again. No,
yeah. So, they're serving the stuff up and they're saying, hey, this happens in phases. So one phase is called purge, where you throw up everything in your body, basically. They give you water, they're rubbing you, they're saying all these chants.
Essential oils, and it's a safe space, and they supposedly have nurses and people there to take care of you. But people are saying they enjoy these stages, like the purging. If they don't purge, they don't feel quite right. They want to. It feels like a detox to them.
So what? I forgot the gentleman.
I don't really know what I have a lot of questions, but I don't even know if they the right questions. It's just a lot.
So okay, so continue.
This is what you want to do.
This is what you want to do. So you go there. Not me. So this the lady goes there and she says that she's in her first phase. She says, I can't even hold on. Just hold on, y'all.
Well, let me just say this.
No, I got to get it out because I got to tell it. Hold on.
Let me just say this. I'm not even going to talk about that yet. So they go through the different phases. And so the young lady has traveled from Colorado. This is her second experience. And then there's another lady named Susan. And this is her.
You are weak.
Stop. Okay, we gotta get together. There's another young lady named Susan, and this is her maybe I want to say like 6th or 4th experience.
She's been here multiple times.
Yeah,
okay?
She's had a couple.
She's been there so many fucking times. I don't know why you need to continue to go back. Okay.
Well, there was a lady who was addicted to heroin, and she said it was her 16th ayahuasca. And she said she's been clean and it helps. So it's a process for some people.
I think they're getting high, but she goes there and they're going through the phase. She's saying that she's seen these rose petals, okay? Nobody else, there's no rose petals in the shot that I'm looking at, but she's saying she's feeling rose petals. She's swaying side to side. She's feeling good. People are purging early, which means that people around you throwing out their lungs, like getting everything out of their gut straight to the mouth into a trash can. Then she says she looks over at Susan. Mind you, she said she was really about to fall into the trance. She felt it coming.
So she's relaxed.
She's relaxed. She's calm as fuck. She looks really peaceful. And she's looking at Susan, and Susan's over here dying. She said, I was seeing rose petals, and then all of a sudden...
That's when she sees Susan in distress. I want to be clear and say that this is not a funny matter because Susan is seizing, and she's like convulsing, and her
it's not, y'all, it's not funny, but it is so funny.
It's not funny at all, but it's like
Susan.
That's all I can say.
Can you imagine? You're sitting there. You've paid money to be at this spot.
And it's not cheap. It's like $500.
$600.
Yeah, something like that.
To be there for this ceremony, for that man to spit all over that juice, and you drink it, you're throwing up, you're coming to get high, and Susan goes in distress.
She said, "You're coming to get high." That's not. They're coming to have an elevated state of mind.
You're getting high as hell. When I tell you, I would have beat Susan ass as soon as she would have started seizing.
And so then Susan,
they drag Susan out on a cloth, girl, on a gurney.
Mind you, the lady who we're talking about that came from Colorado, she's the only person that sees Susan going through this. Everybody
else is throwing up.
Sorry.
Everybody else is throwing up
or sleep. Some people were asleep. They were knocked out,
girl,
by the time, and they try to like work on her a little bit, and they're like, "Should we go to take her to the hospital?" And they're like, "Yeah, take her to the hospital." And then so when Susan's departing, she has to come back to get her thing.
She looking stupid as fuck. She's like, "I spent all this money. I canceled all my clients to come here, and just for this to happen, I probably won't be back." No, bitch, you don't need to come back.
No,
you've had enough.
Exactly.
What had me weak, though, really, the reason why it tickles me so much is because the entire time the documentary is basically trying to sell you on this thing, seemingly like, oh, this is so good, and then there's like this sharp left turn, okay?
When Susan went into distress. When I tell you I would have wanted my money back if I was the one that was up watching that, give me my money back. I'm leaving tonight. I'm going to the hospital, pump my stomach.
Y'all tripping. That's what I would have said.
Because what y'all not going to do is have me up here and y'all experimenting.
And that's
okay?
Exactly.
That's the fucking it. So no, I don't want to do ayahuasca. I'm not interested in that. I don't want none of that. I would take the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Not that.
I mean, the COVID-19 vaccine is about the same. They're experimenting.
Ghetto Games